What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another one. Welcome back to another Marvel Rivals. I think this is my second video of season 5.5. I think, or is it season 5? I have no clue. All I know is Rogue is here. If I didn't say that on the last one, Rogue is here. I got some Rogue gameplay too, but I'm trying to save that for when I actually do play with Rogue in competitive. You know, I just been testing her out, so I like her. I feel like she's more of a dive counter, or to properly use her to dive other. She's like a Venom. You could either use her to stop dive or to dive, others. That's how I look at her. You could combo with her in the air when it comes to flyers. She can get flyers out the air. I feel like she's an all-around package. If you do know Rogue, she is a wild card. Even in the comics and in the show, she is insanely powerful. I feel like she probably should have had 700 health instead of 675. Because she does have strength comparable to the Hulk. So I feel like they should have gave her more health, but I understand. But I feel like they gon' probably, give her a buff when season 6 come out, when we get Daredevil. So yeah. This is my second gameplay of season 5. I think that I uploaded, and on this one we run a group. For y'all that don't know, I'm a tank main. I play with Groot, Penny, and Emma. I'm trying to get more lords. I'm working on Rogue right now, and I'm also working on some DPS. I'm working on Bucky, and I'm working on Black Widow. I've been trying to get Black Widow to lore for like damn near months now. I got her on night or 8. No, I got her on night. She's almost at Centurion. I gotta work a little bit more with her, but yeah. I've been working on a lot of lords, to try to get my rolls up. I don't just want to play tank. I want to sometimes, if tanks are taken up, I want to play DPS or healer. Had to go chase them down because a lot of people forget about the people that gets out of your eyesight. They just leave them alone until they come up behind motherfuckers and start trying to dive. So yeah, had to solo on her just to get her out the way. I mean, people might say that's a stupid play, but I think that's a smart play. You don't want her to go around and, since I'm a Penny user, you don't want her to go around and drop them bombs. And not to mention that her health shoots up to 1100. So you gotta quickly get rid of her. Quickly. Which is why when I see people deleting her, not deleting her, but when I see people banning her, I'll be like, why are y'all banning her? Like, I get it, on certain levels she is hard to deal with because you can't really get to her nest, and that is annoying. But if you just play Groot and throw down your branches and throw down your walls, you could quickly destroy it. It's not like it's hard to get rid of her nest. You gotta really sneak and get rid of her nest. You can't just walk up in the nest. So, and don't get me wrong, I love Penny, but she is easy to counter. Like, I wouldn't say that she's hard to counter. She's easy to counter. Everybody is easy to counter on this game. You just gotta find the right counters. Probably when I'm using them, I don't feel like people can counter me because how I look at it, I know all the counters to the game and I know what people are gonna do. I have had groups on other teams. I have had literally Emma's on the other team try to destroy the nest when I'm Penny, and they always get destroyed because I don't let them put down the wall. The thing that I do the most is when I see him about to put up the wall, I trap him in a web, shoot him, keep on trapping him in a web, shoot him. I have also countered a lot of groups, so it's not really hard. But anyway, on this gameplay, the most I do with Groot now, I use Groot as a defensive, not a defensive, but I use Groot as more of a offense than the defense. When I first started out as him, I used to use him for defense because of his walls. But when I'm on the offense, like on a convoy and we're moving it, I use him more as an offense to stop people from getting healed. That's what I use him more as. I don't use him as a defense like I used to, because you can only do so much on a defense. You can keep on trapping them behind the walls, but if they're steady getting healed and I'm steady, you know, taking damage and putting down the walls, they're gonna break it down fast. Then there's not much I could do. Whereas on the defense, whereas they're moving backwards, they get trapped easily behind that because they don't know where they're going. Whereas just going forward is like, it's not really doing much. It's gonna do something, but I use him as an offense, and I use Penny as I switch to. I use her as a defense because of her webs, and that's how I correlate it. And if I want to put damage, I use Emma if it's a dive. So for Groot, I use offense. Not unless I have to use it for defense. I can use it for defense, but if they ban everybody, like we have been getting people that's banning Emma, they're scared of Emma, they're scared of Penny. So people are not being scared of Groot as they used to be. Like season 2, going on season 3, boy, Groot was. That's why I got lured on Emma and Penny, because I had to learn how to play with other people. Because Groot was getting banned every time. And I kind of thanked that season, because it was just like, okay, he getting banned, so that's allowing me to do other things. Sorry about that. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, oh yeah, Groot was getting banned so much that, man, I had to learn how to play other characters. So that's when I really got invested into Penny. Started to really learn her kit and all the things like that. And then when Emma came out, I really loved Emma gameplay and how it worked. And I got adjusted to her real quick. You know, I made it my mission to, you know, get Emma to Lord, literally. And some of the times I was playing Emma more than I was playing Groot, because I already had Groot on Lord. So I said, you know what, it's my time right here. Penny, it took a while because it felt like it took forever, because I was doing everything. I was getting kills with the mimes. I was getting kills with the alt. I was killing people with the regular kit that she have. Man, it would just take forever. I feel like some characters, if they're harder to use, they would take forever to get their Lord status up, because of course it's hard to play with that character. And easier characters to use with the easier, you know, objectives to have, you know, it's really easy. For Emma, it was just the mine, diamond, the alt KOs, the slamming them into the wall. That was all easy. I was doing that on a daily basis when I played with Emma. So yeah. So now I'm working on Rogue. I'm playing really 18 versus 18 to get my Lord characters up, because with that I really be getting like 50, 40. You know, I really be getting, you know, a lot of points than what I would play on quick play. So I really do like 18 versus 18. I really do. Like if I'm not playing competitive, that's what I really play. If I'm not playing competitive, that is what I really have my, you know, the arcade mode on. Is that I got Bucky to Knight, almost got him on Centurion, just because of the 18 versus 18. I never even used Bucky in competitive or quick play. So yeah, I really like the 18 versus 18. You know, that's a nice addition that they came out with. You know, it really does. It really does, you know, help with that. And it's a fun mode. Going against 18 people, you know, it's really fun. So yeah, I really like it. But yeah, that's what I do love my tanks. Do love my tanks. You know, 18 versus 18 is really experimenting on who else I could use. I've been playing a lot of DPS over there with the 18 versus 18. I rarely play tank. If I do play tank as rogue, and that's to get my lord status up, that's legit. All I do play on 18 versus 18 is DPS, and it's mostly Bucky and Black Widow. Sometimes Blade, but yeah. Whew. That being said, we finna go into the next game. And yeah, I don't know what happened on that one. And the funny thing is, I just edited. I don't know what happened on that one. I've been working a lot, so my brain is combobulated. So we'll see. Oh yeah, this the Convergence. It's kind of like Convoy. I think it is Convoy. Well, it's the same stuff. I don't know why it'd be different names. It's the same. It's basically the same. This is the Clintar map. So yeah, this is just straight Peni. Straight Peni. If they don't ban Peni, this is straight Peni. Straight Pennywise. For sure, for sure. Because all I gotta do is put down my moms right here. Put them out of view. Have the web connected to it. And then I got a teammate with Rocket too. Put the small one right here. So it definitely connects. And then put another web. Boy, what? That's blow up central. I love Peni on this map. That's why Peni be getting banned on this map, because you can't get past that. You can, but sometimes you can't get past it. I feel like you'll have to go over to where my left at, over there, as the thing got obliterated already in rogue. You would have to go over there to my left to come up where that health packet is at, to come up behind the Peni nest, so you could try to destroy it. Because if you go over to the right where I put that little mine at, where the Wanda is trying to go over to, as you will see, it's kind of hard, especially if you got the rocket team up, because this is like, oh my goodness, you got to try to avoid the bombs and all that. So yeah, but I love Peni on this map, as he just got obliterated. I don't know where. I think he was over there. See where Wanda trying to go over? If I connect it, if I connect it, it's over. As they destroyed my nest. They destroyed it. I'm so sick about that. And it's funny too. Have y'all ever played a game and you're doing so well on that character that the other team try to go on the character to try to counter you? That happens so much on on my gameplay. It's so funny that they be trying to do that. Like, I don't know why, but it's hilarious that once you doing good on a character, They go the same character to try to counter you. As you see right here, the other guy went Penny. Because I guess he felt like, well, if you went Penny and you're going dumb, I'm finna go Penny too. But that's not how it works. You can't just go that character if you're not used to using that character. I'm used to using Penny. I don't just use Penny to counter pennies. I use Penny, you know, for defense. You can use her for offense too, but I use her straight for defense and try to be strategic with it. I'm not just, oh, I gotta show you what Penny, because you're using Penny. Oh, I want to go Penny. You're not gonna win like that, especially if you're not used to that character. If you're not used to that character, you're not gonna win like that. Yeah, you blew up Spider-Man back there because he's a dive, and they try to go Rocket too to try to make her more powerful. But if you don't know how to set up traps like I do, that's not gonna work. So it's funny on here because Marvel players really think, well, if I go Penny just like he went Penny, and a person go Rocket just like I go Rocket, just like that person went Rocket, then we're gonna be equally as good. And that's not how that works. You can't just go into a match thinking you're gonna mirror somebody and think to win. Now sometimes in bum lobbies, because I am in a bum lobby, I'm in platinum, I want to be GM so bad. I feel like I'm a GM player. I'm not just saying that like everybody else say it on J3 channel. I really feel like I could be a GM, probably higher. But you get these teammates that really don't know how to play the game. They just go in willy-nilly and not knowing. Jeff got blew up. Where's you going? Even when he's underground, you're still acceptable to get blown up. And the funny thing is, they went triple support, and we were still shutting them out. Triple support works. It's deadly, but only if you have at least two strategists that has a defensive ult, meaning that you can get health from it, that you can't die in there, like a cloak and dagger, like a invisible woman, like a gambit, like a rocket. But if you got a Ultron or a Jeff, yeah, Jeff got a healing pool now, but it only lasts for so long. It only lasts when you get out of shark form, where you're in shark form about to swallowing people up. Pause, I know that sounds crazy, but when you about to eat people to push them off the map, and it lasts, if he dies, it's gone. So it's just like, especially not only dies, but if he don't really get people, it goes away. So there's really no point of using Jeff and Ultron and a 3 support. You have 2 of 3 supports that's not having a defensive ult. And I don't know why people do that. And it's crazy to me that they surrendered right here, because I guess we was making a push, but it's crazy that they surrendered right here. I guess the Penny lost and she said, you know what, I'm surrendering. Like I said, you gotta know how to use Penny. You can't just think, oh, if I put the stuff behind here, oh, I could duplicate what he did. That's not how it works. That's why I always say, if you don't know how to use Penny, say that in all of my games, you can't out Emma me, you can't out group me, and you can't out Penny me. I mean, you could try, but you gotta get better with the character to know how to do all those things. But I'll see you on the next one. Peace.